All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. All right, back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right, Lord willing, the audio is on point. All right, no issues. Let me check real quick, Salakia. All right, seem like we good. All right, so anyway, title of the show here is In the Fullness of His Sufficiency, None of His Enchantments Will Prevail. All right, and we're going to talk about these things because right now there is a lot of great deception going out, a lot of enchantments, and this is how we know that the big one is definitely coming. You know, as all of us have been going into through the spirit of warning of that major change that's about to happen throughout Babylon, man. Shit's about to get real bad out here. All right, so a couple of things that stood out to me I wanted to highlight, you know, just thinking out loud. So let's go ahead and share the screen real quick. And Lord willing, this live lesson is edifying to the elect. All right, all you sincere brothers and sisters out there, all right, that are being fed through the spirit and power. How about Shemel Shai? All right, so let me share my screen. All right. Let me wait till this pull up. Should be up there. All right, cool. So anyway, so this article here is from conservativebrief.com. All right, the highlight, the headline here, it says U.S. business leaders think Trump will win 2024 election, and they're not worried. Now, when I saw this headline here, just thinking out loud, you know, a lot of energy is tied into this so-called election, as they've been saying. There could be a possibility of the election being canceled. All right. And we already know what that's going to lead to. Now, I want to read this and I'm going to play a video in a second. Just something to think about. Right. So it says several business executives attending the World Economic Forum, WEF, in Davos, Switzerland, this week spoke about the very real potential of a second term for former President Donald Trump in terms that were anything but alarmist. All right. It says, in fact, according to the CNBC, while their European counterparts were far more concerned about another Trump term, many U.S. executives were decidedly unconcerned about it, with many predicting he would win and others praising his first term economic policies. Now, you read this, but just laying back and off the elder Karatazar, right? He did this lesson going into Trump, basically saying that he was going to, stop the central bank digital currency. Now, check this out. All right.
Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. You know that? I didn't know you know so much. Well, New Hampshire, very smart people. Very current. You know what they're doing. Such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money. They could take your money, you wouldn't even know it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I will stop it from coming to Tonight, I'm also making an...
All right, so we know that's all bullshit, all right? According to the prophecies. Okay, let's pull that up. All right, according to Bible prophecy, this thing is going to come to pass. All right. And Trump has been on these panels speaking about how he's going to stop World War III. Now, you just heard him talking about how he's going to stop, the creation of a central bank digital currency. And this is the beast. All right. This is the beast system that's being implemented right now. All right. So I say all that to say this, that they could be setting him up for a so-called, assassination, And I was just thinking about that, and this is just me thinking out loud. Remember they put this on TV some time ago. It's been a lot of controversy surrounding, this cartoon or whatnot. But the point that I'm saying is they can use this as an event to possibly do this and really, shake up the foundation of Babylon, America, man. You can see all hell breaking loose behind that, man, because he's not going to stop this. Remember, these devils, matter of fact, let me get the scripture. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. This digital currency, which is going to lead to pretty much the MOTB, is going to come to pass. All right. That's not going to be stopped, no matter what the hell this guy Trump is talking about. So you can see the potential scenario brewing here of some shit happening. You know, they're already talking about the election not happening, you know, heightened security in these times. They're already talking about how it was rigged, all this shit surrounding, you know, the elections, you know. So who's to say something like this to this degree could happen? That's why I'm saying, like, come on, man. Right? Let me get this too. All right, because at the end of the day, these devils, they do play both sides, as it tells you, Revelation 13:11. Let's get that real quick too. All right, this is Revelation 13:11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So we do know that, you know, Esau pretty much, he plays both sides, you know, the Democrats, the Republicans, because all of these so-called politicians and presidential candidates, they're all puppets for the elite, man. All right, they're two wings of the same bird, basically. All right, so they set this guy Trump up, all right, to keep you trusting into the beast system. All right, because this guy, he's juiced in with you know, all them damn devils in the WEF or whatnot, man. So come on, man. Right? Let's play it again.
Tonight, I'm also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. You know that? I didn't know you know so much. Very well, New Hampshire, very smart people, very current. You know what they're doing. Such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money. They could take your money, you wouldn't even know it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I will stop it from coming to tonight. I'm also making.
There you go. So this is coming to pass. All right. We are at this point. This is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which cannot be offset. All right. This is Isaiah 55 in verse 11. And it reads, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to come to pass. All right. This is ultimately the agenda of the elite, man. But this guy has been set up. As I said, Trump has been set up to basically keep you believing in this dying system. Right. He's part of the jig. You know, Isaiah 14, right? Isaiah 14 and let's start at verse 26. Isaiah 14, verse 26, it says, this is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. All right, because judgment is coming upon the world, all nations. The point, verse 27, Isaiah 14:27 says, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts hath proposed, and who shall disannul it? His hand is stretched out, who shall turn it back? So the will of the Lord has been proposed. Okay, nobody can disannul it. You can't turn it back. Okay, remember, this is the as the elders and apostles say, this is the Most High's chip. All right, this is prophecy, man. All right, so like I said, great deception is going out, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, they really trust in this devil, right? But this is why the Lord told us to not be deceived. And we'll make a point on that as well, right? And this is what I was just thinking about when I saw that video. I was like, this could be the scenario where they, you know, allow all hell and chaos to break loose, right? Because essentially, by him saying this, he's really going against the grain. You know, they set this guy up like he's really for the people and all of that, right? But he's juiced in, just like Biden, right? This is let me get that in what's the scripture I had? Bear with me. Let's get this too real quick. All right. Yeah, because they got to bring forth this this MOTB. They got to get rid of the money. All right. This is Ezekiel 7:19. And it reads, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets and their gold shall be removed. Right. And why are people going to do that? Because we're coming into the point of time where money is going to pretty much be obsolete, man. All right. And as I was talking to the brothers yesterday through the spirit, they could really use this so-called new disease that they're creating and say that the, physical cash has been affected. Physical cash is pretty much tainted. So we no longer need to use it, because remember, all of these stores, grocery stores, retailers, they're going cashless, right? This is why you got the swipe and go, the Apple Pay, tap your card. All right. So they already been conditioning people to stop using physical cash, is my point. It says they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's the point, man. All right. This money is going to grow wings and disappear at some point in time, man. All right. They have to get rid of this old economic order, if you will, and bring in the new one. All right. This is what they're meeting about over there in Switzerland and Davos, these top devils, they're getting ready to do this thing. This could be it, is my point. It says their silver and their gold should not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity, man. So people are going to be out here in dire straits when this happens. Okay? Because people really do trust in this guy, right? And I'm gonna make a point on that. This let me finish this out here. Jumping down, verse 25, it says, Ezekiel 7:25, it says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there should be none. And this is what we're trying to tell you all. All right. Destruction is at the doorstep of this thing, man. All right. We are at the brink of World War III. It's about to go down. These devils are coming together. All right. The so-called elites, Esau. All right. The secret meetings, the crafty councils, and they're discussing, to fast forward this thing, basically. All right. Because this devil knows that he has nothing but a short time. All right. Matthew 24. Okay. The point is to keep you simpletons, to continue to believe in this place, Matthew 24. Let's start here. Matthew 24, verse 3, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? So what type of signs would we see that will give us the determination that the Lord is on his way back, that Yahushua is on his way back? Verse 4 says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Right? And this is my point. Okay? Tyranny. Trump vows to block any Fed effort to launch a digital currency. Bullshit. Okay? That's not happening. But like I said, they set them up. They set them up to keep you to believe. And this guy is setting you up for failure, man. Okay? The Lord said, be not deceived. It says, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Right? Because guys like Trump, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, these damn Edomite elites at these world summits, they're looked at the world as saviors, man. You see what I'm saying? They're presented to the world as saviors, as they're going to, benefit and save the planet. They have all these strategies and ideas. All right. They're coming in that spirit, and they're deceiving many. Right. Because you have people out here that actually believe these damn devils, It says, verse 6, it says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Is that not happening right now? As all of this is going on, as we're in the midst of chaos and disorder, all these things are happening. All right. They said that the time is running out. It was an article that I was just reading about how time is pretty much running out, of pretty much keeping the peace in the so-called Middle East. That's not happening. All right. The Lord said what? That his determination was to gather the nations in his anger. All right. This thing is happening. The valley of Yahweh Shaphat is about to go down there. Ezekiel 38, Joel, the 3rd chapter. Matthew 24 and 6, it says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. We're seeing things, beginning to start, and it's taking off very quickly. It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, excuse me, going back to this point here of how they set Trump, you know, to keep the people believing in this dying America. If they do something like this, you know, because like he said, he vowed to stop the creation of a central bank currency. Hey, if they off the guy, if they set some shit up, all right, that's going to bring forth what? The chaos. All right. I'm just, like I said, it's just me thinking out loud. This is going to bring forth the chaos as we see it. Right? This is where this scripture is going to come into play. All right. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 16, it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. So what better scenario could they use? All right. You know, for something like that to happen, to bring forth, you know, pretty much all hell and destruction throughout the streets of America, man. All right. Remember, these right-wing Edomites, they really believe in this guy. They really think that he's getting ready to do this. You know, he's so-called been exposed in deep state, you know, on his platforms and stuff that he's been talking about, right? All these people are rallying behind him, you know? You got niggas crying for him now. You see? So everybody's being set up for the great okie doke, man. You know? You got to see this thing coming. All right. All this, like I said, all the energy that's being tied into this election, this guy, you know, they're not worried. You see what I'm saying? You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Come on. Right. Anyway, 2 Ezra 15 and 16, it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. Let some shit like this happen, man. You know, it's going to be crazy out here, man. People ain't. It's not going to be any authority. It's going to be straight chaos and sedition, man. Uprisings, revolts. All right, these Edomites are going to lose it. All right, that was the whole purpose of this whole January 6th nonsense, man. That WWF bullshit. All right, Esau been put that energy out there, man. That spirit, rebellion, basically. You see, so be not deceived, man. Right. So anyway, let's move on. I just want to make some points there, but that's how I saw it, man. You know, there's no restoring this place. Let's get that in Jeremiah 51, right? Those in the spirit, you know, you see right through it. All right, Jeremiah 51. Okay. This is Jeremiah 51 in verse. Let's start at verse 6. We'll read down. Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and 6, it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. And this is the time that we're telling you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics to turn from this place, to repent, to put your trust and hope in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right? Shit is about to hit the fan here, man. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, a reward. All right. It says, verse 7, but Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. All right. All of this, basically, the Western way has destroyed the planet Earth. All right. And nations now are rising up for war, as we see. Okay. Verse 8, my point, it says, Babylon is fallen and suddenly destroyed. So like Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. All right. So Babylon is fallen and suddenly destroyed. All right. There's no resuscitating this place, man. All right. No political figurehead that these devils got set up is going to bring forth peace and order, man. It's not going to happen. All right. It says, verse 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See? Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up into the skies, man. So as we see, all right, the great judgment is ready. All right. It's at the doorstep. Okay. So let's get into this video real quick. All right. Going into these devil's enchantments. Okay. It's just it's about to turn up, Jake. All right. Let's pull this up.
Most powerful people in the world are meeting in Davos, Switzerland this week for what they call the World Economic Forum, where they cook up crazy ideas to get rich, make our lives miserable. Let's check in to see how today went, shall we?
Why should I?
Witchcraft at the war.
There you go, man. All right, let me get a quick scripture. I want to play another video. All right. Ain't no saving this place, man. Isaiah 19. All right. We could start at verse 2. Isaiah 19:2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. And we're going to see that, especially if they bring forth a scenario where something happens to this guy, or they shut down the elections, you know, whatever it is, it's set up to go down. All right. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city. See, city against city and kingdom against kingdom, as we just read in Matthew 24, man. All right. The Lord said the nation will rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right. There's going to be an internal implosion, if you will, man, in this place. You're going to see all these different beliefs and political beliefs clash. All right. As we see it now, the pushing of this beast system, this MOTB, this central bank digital currency, you know, people that believe in the scriptures, all these things are getting ready to clash with one another. Right. It says, verse 3, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards, as you just saw in the intro of that video. All right. These devils are putting up enchantments, great deceptions to try to hold on to their kingdom. All right. To prolong their rulership, but it's not going to happen. The Lord said that he set bounds forth that these devils can't pass. All right. So Esau knows ultimately that his time is short. His time is short. He's running out. He's running out of time. All right. Let's play some more before we grab some more scriptures. All right. I got another video just to add on. You know, the fullness of his sufficiency, right?
The meeting of the minds goes back to the ancient Greeks, when philosophers like Aristotle and Socrates used to gather in what they called agoras, a space where philosophy and business and politics were discussed amongst some of Athens' best and brightest. These meetings generated a cauldron of ideas on how to organize society and achieve happiness. But today, when the so-called brightest minds get together, it's nothing but a debaucherous insane asylum. This week, thousands of the world's most elite executives and politicians jetted off to Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum. Besides January 6th, it's their favorite day of the year. At the party, sociopaths indulge in the highest quality caviar, endless champagne, and psychedelic mushrooms. And where there's drugs, there's sex. It's the busiest week of the year for Swiss escorts, $700 an hour or $2,500 a night. Rates were much lower when Trump was president. Thank you, Bidenomics. You can almost smell the magic of the place when you're there, is how one well-connected.
Yeah, so you know there was all types of rituals. There was all types of filth and debauchery going on. All right, all types of defile acts. You see? And these are the people that run the world, that have power over the earth. You see?
Regular describes the week. But of course, the magic isn't for everyone. It's an invite-only event. So you have to be somebody just to get through the door. And if you're in, guests are slapped with wristbands and divided by class. White with shiny blue means you're a VIP. Plain white, married to a VIP. Green, you're a VIP's escort. Not that type of escort. They don't get wristbands. At Davos, everyone feels special. But before they get to business, they have to break the DEI ice.
My spirit name is Ozawa Makwa, which means brown bear in Ojibwe. My father is Algonquin Métis and Irish. My mother is African Jamaican and Indigenous Jamaican. So I get to bring these intersections and these lenses to my work.
And coming as a white man of advanced age from a continental European background.
Inclusion is about see me and hear me and make space for me.
And so we should all be doing this because you can make a profit. Inclusion is profitable.
Also, once they get through the spirit names and the white shaming, Davos gets to the heart of the issue. So, of course, they bring in the guy who...
Not all local...
Slovakia. Let this pass.
...the internet.
The fossil fuel polluters use a portion of their wealth from digging up dead things from the earth and burning them in ways that destroy the future of humanity. They use some of their wealth to confuse people. I get a little exercised about this because I've watched it for a long time, and it's driven by pure greed. Pure greed. If we deploy electric vehicles, solar, wind, batteries, green hydrogen, and the rest, and we get to true net zero, temperatures on the earth will stop going up almost immediately.
Gore's worth $200 million, and his greed is infinite because he's making money to save the world. The men who make money building the world, they're greedy. They should go bankrupt and be arrested for climate crimes. How'd Gore get to Davos, by the way? He didn't bicycle. And remember last year he said we'd die from rain bombs? Still waiting on the rain bombs.
Make a point real quick. So, like I said before, you know, these same devils that they have on these platforms telling you all these things, these strategies on how they're going to improve the earth and bring betterment to the planet Earth. All right. These are the same devils that plan on enslaving you, man. All right. Under a artificial intelligence, digital, system, digital captivity. All of them are in on it. I wish I had the article pulled up, man, but all of your, big government, big tech, CEOs, corporations, everybody's in full agreement of this beast system being implemented, if you will. All right. It says, this is Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right. So here it is, as we've been seeing it, climate control, climate change, getting rid of the cows and the chickens, the carbon footprint, all these talks of saving the ozone layer. And, we got to get rid of the food. We got to control the water supply. This is all smooth words that they're speaking, but really it's war. All right. This is oppression that they're committing right here, that they're doing right before the people's eyes. It says, cast thy burden upon the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Because the Lord, at the end of the day, when these things go down in these times of famine and pestilence, all right, the various judgments, the Lord is going to take care of the righteous. All right. He's going to be with the elect. Verse 23, but thou, O power, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Right. And these bloody and deceitful men are about to be taken down by Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. These so-called world leaders. All right. Let's go back and play some more and we'll grab more scriptures here. Right.
And once the mascot's finished, it's time to plan the future. Not their futures, your future.
That order seems to not be the order anymore. We are on the way to a new order, so we are between orders.
There you go. That's the spirit. Like I was saying, just reflecting on this point again. Here it is. This guy's talking about he's going to stop the creation of a central digital bank currency. That's all lies, man. All right. He's setting you people up. This is where it's all going to, man. Okay. You ain't gonna be able to buy and sell unless you have what? The MARK, the MOTB, man, the charagma. All right. That's part of the new transition that's being pushed in right now. All right.
A new world order. So what will that look like? But the point is, you have nothing to be worried about. Well, unless you like to eat.
In most of Asia, rice is still grown with traditional methods, which requires flooding the fields. And when you flood the fields, you basically kill the weeds with water, which sounds good, except it takes huge amounts of water. They basically decompose underwater, and when they do that, they release methane. And so actually rice production is one of the largest producers of methane, which is, many times more toxic in terms of greenhouse gas emissions.
Rice is like the top crop in the world. What are they going to replace it with? Lab rice.
See, it's the spirit, man. The point. Though his words be smoother than butter, war was in his heart. Prime example.
Yum. Now, so what are the farmers and the fishermen going to do? Well, they don't need jobs because they'll be arrested.
We have a kind of cultural, very ingrained habit of not taking damage to nature as seriously as we take damage to people and property. If you're campaigning for human rights, at least you know mass murder, torture, all of these things are serious crimes. But there's no equivalent in the environmental space. With ecocide, what we see is actually what people are trying to do, what businesses are trying to do is make money, is farm, is fish, is do all of these things that are producing energy and so on. What's missing is the awareness and the conscience around the side effects, around the collateral damage.
Imagine you're taking your son fishing this weekend, got your lines in the water. Next thing you know, you're in handcuffs for ecocide. Those fish have constitutional rights. And if that doesn't work, we're still not at net zero. You get slapped with a carbon footprint tax.
I would say digital and sustainable need to go hand in hand. And what do I mean? Yeah, there are initiatives like we are driving as industries, Catena X, where we are trying to measure the footprint throughout the value chain. And what would that give us? Yeah, I would have a bottle like this, and I could tell you from the iron ore to the logistics to the glass, what is the carbon footprint of this bottle? And then I could price it. And I could tell you now you are doing good because you now pay 20 cents more, but you are very conscious that you have a green product. Yeah.
No, James Bond villain, no. I have a hunch their products like jets, escorts, and shrooms will be exempt from the carbon footprint tax. So forget about cheap gas, rice, and protein. You're not entitled to that. You're also not entitled to an opinion.
Right. So let me go back to that scripture. All right. Let me read that again. That's Revelation 13 and 11. Right. As we just read, let's bring it back out again. All right. This is Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. All right. A lamb is supposed to represent salvation. All right. So these devils are presenting themselves in a fashion where they're gonna bring salvation. They're gonna bring, a benefit to the earth, basically. Basically trust us is what's being pushed. You can trust us. It says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and that's the point, man. All right, we're gonna see extreme draconian measures once these things are implemented. All right, carbon footprints, social credit scores. You see what I'm saying? Pretty much that whole system that China has developed is going to be exercised here, man. What you post on social media, how much money you're able to have access to, how much you can spend, where you can go, where you can shop, right? That's all part of that AI, digital captivity that Esau's coming with, man, this beast system. Okay?
Disinformation is a security threat. And maybe not many noticed, but it was part of the Russian military doctrine that they will start information war. And we are in it now. And disinformation is a very powerful tool. We are focusing on proving of the system where the people will get the facts right. We don't speak about opinions. We are not correcting anyone's opinions or language. Yeah, this is about the facts.
Oh, the old CIA Jedi mind trick. Label everything that gets in your way, like Trump or the truth, as Russia disinformation, which is a national security threat, and so therefore must be destroyed by the all-encompassing power of the national security state.
There you go. Hey, that's going to lead to what? To the famine. All right. This is what we've been telling you. All right. Social media, what you say on the internet, these videos, anything that goes against the status quo, against what these with the WEF, the WHO, anything that they push, if it's against it, all right, they're coming after it. All right. This is Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, that I will send a famine, in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and shall not find it." Right. Time is running out on the ministry, basically, man. All right. We understand that this is going to happen. As we've been seeing, our videos cut, flag channels, removed. We got to watch how we talk on the internet. We got to speak in code, right? They're getting ready to they're getting ready to take this off the internet, man. All right. The FCC? All right. Pretty much, Esau's government has full regulation on the World Wide Web right now. All right. It says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." Right? Because there's going to be a lack of hearing the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. The Lord is about to remove his spirit from off this unicorn, man. All right. Let's go back, play some more.
Question the election or the effectiveness of electric cars? Now you're a national security threat. And you're on the list like the parents who raise their voices at school board meetings. So, you know what just would make everything much easier? If we just stop resisting and submit to mind control.
Bringing the kinds of sensors that people have become accustomed to, such as rings and in watches, into everyday devices, but it breaches the final frontier of privacy, that is, what people are thinking and feeling. Initially, what they will be capable of doing is very high-level brain state reading. Things like, are you tired? Are you paying attention? Is your mind wandering? Are you happy or sad? They maybe enable interaction like up, down, left, right.
So slap some sensors on your forehead and let Davos read your thoughts.
Ooh, you see, hey, this video is going in, man. All right, how plain can this be made unto you? Right? That's why we told you. How they gonna do that? They're gonna do that through what? The device, the MOTB. It's always been about what? The brain. Biometrics, technology, nanotechnology inside the body. That's what it's all about. The devices of Satan, man. 2 Thessalonians, right? Got to get that. Spirit just having to laying it out in this video here, right? So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right, the Edomite. All right. The wicked, it says, "who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is the Most High." And this is what he's doing now, man. By the way of his science and technology, man. He's setting himself up as the Most High. They even said that. The WEF has declared themselves as the Most High. They said that that basically Yahweh Shai in the Bible was fake news. Right? What's the dude name? Yuval Noah Harari. He said that out of his own mouth. He said we don't need God anymore. Right? He said we surpassed. He said we surpassed the power of God. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and you know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time." Right? "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, as we see. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." So that's why these things are happening. All right, for the sake of Bible prophecy. Esau, the wicked, is the left hand. All right. These prophecies have to be fulfilled. It says, and then shall the wicked, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. And the wicked is being revealed right now. Okay. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, going back to what is pseudoscience, man. His left hand. He's coming with the full power of the left hand. All right. Reading, having access to your brain, knowing your thoughts, knowing, like they said, knowing if you're paying attention, knowing how much food you ate, what you did today and shit. Right? He's taking it all the way there. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. For the Most High, verse 11, for the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not in the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So it's going to be a lot of people that are going to fall victim, all right, to the MOTB, to that charagma. All right. Many are already being deceived right now. Remember when Elon Musk, when he had did the it was like a couple months ago, when he had pretty much unveiled the Neuralink, it said like thousands of people went down to get the device put in their foreheads. All right. That was on mainstream news when that came out. So many are going to fall victim to that strong delusion. They're going to believe a lie just to be destroyed. All right.
And if we're angry at Davos, up, down, left, right, now we're mellow. Don't you see? These are well-intentioned people.
They're going to be able to play with your brain like a damn video game, man. Right? Like you see in those videos with those cows and rats that have those attachments to their skulls. Esau in the background with a cell phone or a goddamn remote control controlling the brain. All right?
The people that brought us the first pandemic are now hard at work preparing for the second.
There are things that are unknown that may happen. And anything happening is a matter of when, not if. And that was when we gave the name Disease X. So Disease X is a placeholder for unknown disease. You may even call COVID as the first Disease X. And it may happen again.
The guy who covered up the Chinese lab leak is getting his ducks in a row for the next Chinese lab leak. We're in good hands. How do I know? Because John Kerry said so.
I am convinced beyond any doubt that because of the decisions being made in the marketplace now, because you know as well as I do, even if, I don't want this, obviously, but if you wound up with a different president who was opposed to climate crisis, I got news for you. No one politician anywhere in the world can undo what is happening now. It's the biggest transformation in the economies of the world in all of human history.
Did John Kerry just say saving the world is a business opportunity? So if Kerry's wrong and the world doesn't need saving, is it still a business opportunity? But if you say Kerry might be wrong, that's disinformation because it threatens his business opportunity, don't you see? So you either shut your mouth, don't ask any questions, or the FBI is going to have a word. Why would we even doubt Kerry, even if he got his facts wrong? Kerry's a man with a facelift who married a ketchup heiress. He's got it figured out. He must know how to improve our lives. He improved his. Nah. Kerry's improving his life at the expense of yours. This is about extracting humanity from the human race. This is about wresting control of the land, sea, and air away from you so they can make you dependent on their food grown in their labs, put you in their cars, make you take their drugs, submit to their machines. They're putting the human spirit out of business. And they're right. It's a great business opportunity. It's vulture capitalism. They're preying on our bodies and won't be satisfied until they've picked our carcass clean. We were told the New World Order was just a conspiracy theory. Mind control, disinformation police, food and viruses from a lab. So Prime Time's now decided next year, we're taking the show to Davos.
There you go, man. What more can we say? You know, it was all laid out. This is Micah 2:10. I'm sorry, Micah 2:1. And it reads, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right. And this whole, Davos summit meeting, all right, top devils of the planet coming together in secret. This is them devising the iniquity, man. This whole new disease, all right, the forwarding of this beast system, all right, the central bank digital currency, which Donald Trump claims he's going to stop. Come on, man. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And these are the people that are ruling over you. All right. These are the people that are running the planet Earth, man. All right. The wicked. It says because it is in the power of their hand, and they covet fields and they take them by violence. And it says houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. The point. All right. Now, right now, as we just saw in this video here, pretty much represents, the fullness of his sufficiency. And I want to get that, because they're ready to make that major transition. They're ready to bring in the new economic order, as you heard. All right. Let's start here with Job real quick. Job 20:15. All right. So this is the book of Job 20 and verse 15, and it reads, it says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Shemawashai shall cast them out of his belly. And Esau he's pretty much hoarded the world, the resources, he has them all to himself. He even has this thing called what's it called? It's like a doomsday. Forgot the name. It was like a Arctic bunker. Pretty much after the destruction, they have somewhere in the Arctic all the world's seeds. So after the destruction, and they come from out of the ashes to create a new world, they're going to be able to basically revive the earth with those seeds. Pretty much. But this man has access to all the riches of the planet Earth. But the Lord said he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh Shemawashai shall cast them out of his belly. And that's why the scriptures say, woe unto the rich, right? James 5:1. All right, these devils are not going to get away at all. All right, James 5:1, it says, go to now, you rich men. All right, going back to the elites of Esau, it says, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. It says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them should be a witness against you. And you should eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. So this is it. All right. Esau thinks that he's going to get away in these bunkers. They're going to flee the wrath and judgment of the Lord. They got their meetings to finalize their plans of the takeover. Right. This place is the Lord is about to destroy every wicked device that these devils have set up. It says, verse 16, Job 20:16, it says, he shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. It says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. All right, because Yahweh Shemawashai is not going to allow Esau to glory in his so-called New World Order, man. All right. It says, verse 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Right. He's not going to relish in his power, man. All right. As we're at the height of him establishing his power, at the same time, he's getting ready to be taken down. It says, because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor. And he's doing that now by the way of these policies. All right. These decrees that he's pushing. It says, because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away in house which he builded not. All right. How did he get America? How did he get the world? All right. Through rape, robbery, and murder. All right. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He should not save that which he desire. Right. Because at the same time as these devils know that they have a short window to really get this thing to come to pass, right? They're actually in the state of trembling. All right. Because they know at the same time as this is going on, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to take them down. All right. They know and understand that when they push this system, this beast system, they already expect, mass resistance. All right. The whole planet is not going to be down for this thing. It's going to be people that's going to rise up against them, as we see now. There's a reason why this World War III is getting ready to play out all over the planet Earth. Destruction. It says, Job 20:20, surely he should not feel quietness in his belly. He should not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You see that? At the top of his power, right? It says that the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now I wanted to read this commentary real quick. All right, just to go into that, I have pulled up here, right? Just going into Job 20 and 22. So I just want to read a couple of these. So this is from Pulpit Commentary. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. It says, even while his wealth and prosperity remain, he shall find himself in difficulties. Since every hand of the wicked, or rather the hand of everyone that is wretched, shall come upon him, i.e. all those who are poor and miserable, right? Because you're going to have what you have is pretty much, you're going to have Jake, you got the world pretty much rising up against Esau. All right. That's why, as we did a lesson before, all right, pretty much there's warrants out for these devils. These devils are wanted. Going back to Cain, a fugitive on the run. All right. People are out to get them now. The people are fully aware of the devices and the plans that these devils are trying to push. All right. How they've destroyed nations. It says, i.e. all those who are poor and miserable, especially such as he has made poor and miserable, shall turn against him and vex him. See? And that's going into that resistance, that rebellion that's getting ready to happen. All right. Here's another one. Just adding on, it says, Barnes and Notes on the Bible, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he seems to have abundance, it says he shall be in straits, either by dread of calamity or because calamity shall come suddenly upon him. And his property shall be swept away. How's that going to happen? Nuclear destruction. This is why they're in the remote parts of the earth, in their bunkers, all right, in their retreats in the mountains and under the ocean. It says either by dread or calamity or because calamity shall suddenly come upon him, and his property shall be swept away. When everything seemed to be abundant, he should be reduced to want. It says, let's read some more. Come upon him. Yeah, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, margin or troublesome. The meaning is that all the wretched and miserable endure shall come suddenly upon him. It says, Rose and Miller suggests, however, that means that all the poor and all who have been oppressed and robbed by him. Wow. It says would suddenly come upon to recover their own property and would scatter all that he had. The general meaning is clear that he would be involved in misery from every quarter or on every land. Exactly. Right. That's why as we go into these lessons, it's pretty much about how, the microscope is on his ass. The scope is on him. Okay. So he's going to face problems. He's going to be in straits in that time when he thinks he's about to pull this thing off, is my point. Right. Let's see. Was there any more in there? All right. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good one too. We'll go back to the scripture. This is a good one right here. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits, i.e., the height of prosperity and abundance. He shall be distressed and tormented. All right. Are we not witnessing that now? These meetings, these devils coming together, all right, with their plans and wicked devices. You know, the height of his abundance, you know, he has all the resources, the money, right? But we're coming to the point where he's going to be distressed and tormented. He's about to see his judgment. Neither by the horrors of an unquiet mind and guilty conscience. All right, because they know that their judgment is coming. It says, which makes him every moment expect divine vengeance to fall upon his head. See, this is why these devils are running. They're on the run. All right. Expect divine vengeance to fall upon his head, or rather because of the sudden and unexpected assault of other men combining against him and spoiling all of his goods as it follows. Right. This is why war is being stirred up against him. These nations are coming against Edom, Babylon, man. You see how all this is happening via prophecy, man? Right? Job 20:23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shemel Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain it upon him while he is eating. See? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Those missiles, man. Right? It is drawn, it cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hidden in secret places. A fire blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. All right? Pure destruction. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity. All right? Going back to the prophets. All right? And the earth shall rise up against him. All right? That's happening now. All right? All the global tension going on in the Middle East. These devils being called out. All right? That as the scriptures tell us in Micah, that doleful lamentation shall be cried out against him. All right? It says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Verse 29, this is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh, by Shema Shai. So he's not going to escape. Is the point, right? One more, right? One more scripture just to add in there, right? Straight to the point, Isaiah 47:9, Salakia. Isaiah 47:9, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and in one day the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, which is going to be that nuclear destruction. For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments, as we saw in the video here, man. You know, the rituals, the enchantments, the witchcraft that's going on, the deception to prolong his kingdom, to prolong his power. All right. It's going to come to no effect. It says, verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me, right? He said in his mind, he's exalted himself in his heart that he is the Most High. Therefore shall no evil come upon thee. Salaki, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. All right? Destruction is going to come quick and suddenly upon these devils, man. The point, verse 12, stand now with thy enchantments, with the multitude of thy sources, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And we know that's not going to happen. Nothing is going to save Esau from seeing his judgment. These devils, all right, these top elitists that are meeting up behind closed doors, behind the scenes in secret, all right, nothing's going to save them. You see? So that's pretty much the point. You know, I just wanted to bring that out. You know, be not deceived, as we discussed earlier, this madness with Donald Trump, you know, stopping the central bank currency, central digital bank currency, cut it out, man. You know? So just be aware, man. I pray that this quick lesson was edifying. All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Hey, Shalom, and I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.